Hashtag no music, no intro. Another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. We are recording this Thursday night. Happy New Year's from SBP. We appreciate y'all. We're going to talk about Saints Bucs season finale, uh, final game to close out the 2024 regular season for the Saints. No playoffs, no Pro Bowl players. Um, but obviously, we'd be remiss if we didn't start with the tragic and terrible news that happened on New Year's Eve slash New Year's Day in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Uh, the domestic terrorist attack, uh, injuring 30 plus, taking the last I heard or saw reported 15 lives. Um, just I hate that, bruh. I hate it. I hate it on multiple levels. I know you were in New Orleans, literally like around the same area.
It's right there. It was
Right,
right freaking there. 30 minutes, 45 minutes before it all went down. Like literally right there on the corner.
bruh. I thought you said it was like 2 hours before it all went down.
Right there. We started rolling out about 2:15, 2:30 that morning. Started, got on Canal, walked down Bourbon, got on Canal Street, started looking up the Uber, heading down Canal Street. And apparently it all went down about 3:15 or whatever. So it's right there, bro. Man, that's close to home there, bro. We'd have been right there where he turned that corner and bust down the sidewalk. We'd have been right there. Me and my wife, we out there had a great time, great time, great vibes, just enjoying ourselves, and something like that happened, bro. Just pissed me off, man. Like that shit still got me pissed. Like don't like what? Why you attacking us, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like our city, we don't bother nobody. We just want people to come down, have a good time. And this dude just want to commit evil, man. Just inflict pain on people, and he did, man. He took lives, bro. Just random lives, you know. And it pisses me off, man. And he's dead, thank goodness. He could rest in piss. So it is what it is. But it's just unfortunate to start the year like that. You know, when people are just ready to turn the page, reset. New year.
Nigga.
Hoping for hey, I hope I lose weight. I hope I get a good job. I hope I make some money. Whatever. People in the highest hopes at that point, and something like that happened, bro. It just that sucked.
You know, I say this. I've said this on this podcast for fuck a long time now. This year will be 4 years now. Please love on your people. Please, for the love of God, your people, your friends, whoever that's in your life that makes you feel that special way, the people that you love, the people that you hold dear to your heart, love on them hard, hard, man, because none of this shit is promised. None of this shit is guaranteed, bro,
No, man, none of it.
at all.
And you could be doing everything right. It's just you just gotta keep rolling, man. It's crazy.
Um, to go from that topic and like part of me like wishes that I can we talking about this really depressing topic and blah blah. Like, hey, let's talk about some uplifting news. Let's talk about the Saints, and it's just
Nope, ain't uplifting either. Shit.
Pro Bowl news comes out. Goose egg.
Nothing.
Couldn't 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 find a Saint player on that bitch, bro. You know who you could find though? Zach Bond. Zach Bond on that bitch.
Zach Bond, a Pro Bowler, baby.
A Pro Bowler, bro. Zach
So,
Bond.
so is he agreeing on our little spreadsheet?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
See, I don't like that because that's giving them credit
no,
like they drafted right. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
it is.
bro.
It,
But
he, listen, Zach Bond's a green. Rob Ninkovich was a green. Like the scouting was
hey, this
correct.
gotta work
Like I know Jeff Island was like, I know niggas better not come at me.
for real.
I saw what I saw.
Hey, I did my job. I did my job. Shit.
I know I ain't no coach. Now, when he get here and the coaching he getting, that's a different conversation. Um,
That's amazing. Just
it,
the Zach Bond thing is one of those
insane.
ones. One of those ones. Like Rob Ninkovich, you kind of get it because they tried so much
They
with him
tried
early in
hard,
his
bro,
career.
hard, hard.
It just didn't work, and he ended up with Belichick, and he found a role. Like okay, but that one was one because the moment he got drafted, it was question marks. You know,
It
remember
was. I
like
do.
we talked about it right on here. This was like early in the Saints Twitter podcast where we were like, they moving him to Mike. You know, and it was just like this weird. There wasn't no real like vision. He couldn't get on the field. And then that next off season, he had that like Ravens preseason game when it was like, ooh, bonfire, hashtag bonfire. And then he like 2 weeks later, he was getting whooped by Christian McCaffrey against the Panthers. And that was it. Like grand
Never saw
opening,
him
grand
never
closing.
again, bro.
Never again, bro.
Ever again. Dante said 2 Americans on y'all's shirt. Diversity.
You heard me?
Shout out to our dude, not Hawaiian Mitch, but other Mitch. Mitch said, "What's up, fellas? Appreciate y'all."
What's up, Mitch?
Xavier said, "Who that?" Um,
Who that?
the it's funny because my envision for Zach Bond, if he hit with the Saints or if he hit in the league, is I envision Kyle Van Noy, which
Right,
is funny because that's exactly kind of who he's become with the Eagles. But like,
right.
I feel like he's even become a little better off ball than even Van Noy has been in the league. Like
Much
just
better
him,
off ball than I expected.
yeah, just. I, at this point, it's just I want to see if he's going to be first team All Pro or second team All Pro, because that's really what the question is. Because he gonna be an All Pro, nigga. He gonna be All Pro.
You know what I was thinking about earlier, bro? You got Zach Bowen, you got Cade Nellis, who playing, well for the Falcons,
Mm-hmm.
and Kyle Anzalone,
And
who he should be
Alex, yeah,
returning. Alex Anzalone, I'm sorry, that should be returning for the Lions for this playoff run. Who's like the heartbeat of their defense? They all waiting on him to come back. It's like, why? How do the Saints get to the point where we just giving linebackers away? Remember, we could
when
not find a
why?
linebacker. Just
I
couldn't
mean, what
find a linebacker, bro.
nigga? What you talking about, nigga? We got P Warner at home, bro. Got P Warner at home.
We paying Pete.
I still want someone to explain that contract extension. I'm still waiting for someone to explain that contract extension to me. I'm moving on.
You don't know ball, bro. You don't know ball, man.
Wayne said Bond will be first team with Trey Hendrickson.
Oh Lord.
Arika said we all be going live after the season ends. First season subscriber with you guys. Yes, we will
Go.
be. We so the off season schedule changes a little bit. Obviously during the regular season we do the preview pod, then we do the recap pod. Um, Off season a little different. We do one episode per week. A lot of things happen in the off season, and this is a huge
Huge.
monumental off season for the Saints. They got to hire a head coach. Uh, we might have to be doing emergency podcasts if they fire Mickey Loomis.
Never
So
know. It's gonna be a
it,
lot of emergency podcasts
I feel it in
next
my
couple of
bones.
months. Like
Some things some things that come out before we. I mean, there's not a whole bunch to talk about the Bucks game. We can hit on some things here
wow.
and there, but things come out. Insiders talking might be some buzz. John Gruden might get some head coaching buzz, and then James Palmer says that if he wanted it, John Gruden could have had the OC job for the Saints for this season that just ended. Man, I swear to God, it felt like we were saying. I swear to God, it felt like we were saying that on this podcast. I also felt like we said that they wasn't really trying to actually have a head or offensive coordinator search because they really was trying to go with John Gruden as the offense. Maybe I'm just misremembering stuff, and maybe we just don't have sources, Ryan. I don't know if I'm just making all of this up, Ryan.
We ain't got sources, bro. We just be making shit up, bro.
I just might be making it up.
Talking out our ass, bro.
Not like I don't, not like I didn't then worked 120 hours in my last my last at my actual job trying to out here and save kids' lives. That I have better things to do than then come home to make up stuff about a football team, bro. That's the
About the
logic.
Saints.
About the Saints. I don't got that's what I do. Okay. Because I swear that's exactly what we said this past offseason. That's what was happening. If I remember correctly, I might be
Yep.
wrong though.
No, you right, bro.
Oh,
You
okay.
right. I almost had John Gruden as OC. Wanted John Gruden as OC, which I just think is interesting. I was wondering, like, why didn't he take that job?
Also,
You
can we
know,
talk about John Gruden turning them down?
hello. He was like, ugh. Because I think people think he likes Carr, and I know he puts it out there like, oh, Carr's my guy. He don't like Derek Carr, bro. He
He
do
can't
not like
stand
Derek
that
Carr.
nigga. Anytime the Raiders were picking top 10, this nigga was looking at every quarterback like, I can't believe
Everyone.
who in this draft, who in this draft, so I can replace him with every draft. It was always a story, always a story.
Always, always, always.
Um, so that same report, James Palmer talks about another person talking Mike Vrabel to the Saints, and I'll say this on this podcast. Anytime, and I'm gonna be the person, the Greg Rosenthal, the Mike Florio, the person that's gonna shift through and tell you. Anytime that Mike Vrabel's name is being tied to the Saints, that is not coming from Mike Vrabel's camp. That is coming from someone within the Saints who wants Mike Vrabel to be the Saints head coach. It is not coming from Mike Vrabel's camp. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Whoever the person is who wants it out there, good job. Keep pushing it. That's your agenda. Keep
I
pushing
wonder
that
who. I wonder
agenda.
who it is. I wonder who it is. It ain't Mickey.
No,
It
absolutely
ain't
not.
Mickey.
Definitely not
I
me.
wonder if it's Jeff Ireland people. Is it so who just
Ziggler.
wonder
I don't know.
Ziegler? I don't know. Just interesting.
Xavier in the chat says, "Could you imagine?" Oh my God. Oh my God. He said, "Could you imagine GM Mickey, head coach John Gruden, and starting quarterback Derek Carr?"
I would not want to be in that room, bro. Get me out of here.
How? I'll ask this: Is that not like a legitimate possibility from happening?
Could definitely happen.
And the only thing that might stop it would be the league. That's like
Yeah.
if we being real, the only thing that might stop it from happening would be the league.
It is the league. Is the league. I do wonder if Mickey. I don't know if Mickey is a John Gruden guy. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
He might have too much actually might have too much personality for
That's what I'm saying.
too
Like
much of an alpha.
John Gruden definitely an alpha. Like what I'm saying. Like say what you want about him, but
What he said, a Klans meeting in the coach's office. Bro, they be going over the game plan with the sheets over their head, bro. Like just literally just wearing the sheets and got the eyes cut out, just reading the game plan. So the Bucs defense,
big lip, Michelin tire lip,
Michelin
mother.
lip. Oh, this is hell right here, bro.
Oh, my team. That's my team, though.
Oh, it is. It is. Um, anything from the Mark said, I can't see shit from this damn thing. Yeah, Derek, you're supposed to cut the eye holes out of it.
My wife worked all night on this.
The classic big lip beast zebra wide banana. Thank you, Dante, for that. Here's something that's really been on my radar. Since Derek Carr has injured his hand against the Giants doing the Derek Carr Superman leap in the air, he has been a DMP since. He has not gotten on the field, has not practiced. He was a DMP today. He was a DMP yesterday. If he's a DMP tomorrow, likely means that he's not going to play in the final game against the Bucs. I need someone to tell me, explain to me like I'm an idiot and a dummy, 5 years old, why this man has not been put on IR if he's been that many DMPs since the Giants game. Can someone? Can someone?
Purely, purely out of respect for the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. It's all it's about respect. You gotta respect his position, man. If he feel he can eventually play, you got to respect it. That's what they tell me. Gotta respect it, bro.
What am I respecting? Like what wins am I respecting?
Hey, man, he's a 11-year veteran.
Okay.
You know,
What playoff wins?
a top 20-ish quarterback. I don't know.
What
Like that's
what what playoff wins, Mickey? What
this.
playoff wins has he won though?
Hey, you gotta look beyond the results.
Oh, okay,
You know.
okay, got it. Sorry, I apologize. Excuse me, my bad.
That's how they operate, though, bro. They operate. They just oh my god, the Saints just operate so different, so different. They really view themselves as like Steelers, Eagles, where it just where they have this operation, they have this environment, this operation that's just impenetrable, that's just working, and it's gonna move regardless. That's really how they view themselves.
That's called
You know,
delusion, and that's dangerous.
very very delusional, a very delusional organization. It's just delusional right now, man.
Like, and you can clown on the Broncos for kind of you know phasing out and losing to the Chargers. They lost to the Bengals. Um, but even in that Bengals game, right? We were watching it. That was a game, bro.
Ooh,
Like
that was a
that was
good
a
game.
game. And say whatever you want to say. Just two good ass teams going back and forth. You just shot at just throwing punches, bro. Just
Back and forth.
people keep talking about this Derek Carr contract. Oh, the Saints cut him, and it just hurts the salary cap. It's like they could cut him this season and eat 25 mil this year and 25 mil next year, or they're gonna cut him next season and eat 50 mil next year. It's that simple. Like it's not.
It drives me crazy, and it's like, is that why you making decisions about your franchise? Like,
But to that point, and this is the thing that gets lost on me. And I had this conversation with our dude Greg Rosenthal when me and him was breaking bread. He was like the Broncos had a much worse contract with
oh my
Russell Wilson,
god, much worse,
and
much worse.
Sean Payton comes in with in a very similar team that did not have talent, had a very shit cap situation, and they just cut a quarterback that they traded assets for. And if I remember correctly, didn't the Seahawks end up getting the fourth overall pick out of that? That ended
I
up
believe
being
so.
Witherspoon. Like
Yeah,
that doesn't even get talked about of how bad of a trade that was
one
for
of the
them.
worst trades in the history of the NFL.
And it doesn't get talked about because Sean Payton
Money
comes in
and trade.
because Sean Payton comes in almost 2 years they're a playoff team.
Not even thinking about it no more. Like we moved on. And look, Russell Wilson had like a solid season yesterday, like last year. Like you could have made the argument, like, look, like Sean Payton could have made the argument, like, it's a lot of money, but we could win with the same logic they use with Derek Carr. Like we can win with Russell Wilson. Just like the Steelers are doing this year. He could have made that argument and said, look, we just gonna pay Russell the 60, 70 million or whatever it is, and we gonna go and win with him. But he said, no, we gonna rip this thing and we starting over
It depends
and we
on
gonna eat it. It's gonna hurt. We gonna hurt it. I know the roster doesn't look great, but we gonna make the most of it. And that's what they did. I mean, that job looked like a 3-year rebuild when he got up in there. Like that was gonna be an arduous process. And then they're right there on the doorsteps of the playoffs.
and depending if they go against the Chiefs and Chiefs start nothing but backups and blah blah blah, and we'll see what happens. But they more than likely we'll see. They'll probably
Or
get to the
maybe not.
final.
Or maybe don't. And maybe they don't make the playoffs. But still, you building towards something. You know what I'm saying?
I
But the Saints don't want to do that.
because they feel
They
that
tell.
they close, bro.
And it's like y'all gonna. That's what the people keep telling me about the salary cap and the dead money. This it's like yes, but you have to pay Derek Carr another 40 million
40 mil.
this year. $40 million. Like that's cash you would have to spend. That's cash that you could be directed somewhere else. That's cash that could be put in a bank account. That's cash, you could do anything else, but you would have to give him that money after already paying him 60 million. So that would be a total of $90 million dedicated to Derek Carr for what?
And let's just take his play out of it. Let's take his play out of it. This is now 3 seasons that he has come off of injury, even with his last season with the Raiders. He is at this point in his career he's an older quarterback, and at this point, you can make the argument that he's a injury-prone quarterback, prone to injury. He's injured this year twice. This is not the twice he's been injured this season. Last
Yeah,
year he was injured, and with the Raiders to close out the season, he was injured. So
it's true.
you can't even make the art. Like I'm putting performance aside. I'm putting all that are people that shit. Like I'm not talking about performance. I'm just speaking to the like his durability, his availability. He can't even give you that.
Can't get that.
I can't even get that.
Like what are we doing here? What?
Even Kirk Cousins was able to give the Falcons 15 games coming off a torn ACL, like 14 games. Excuse me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So what are you paying the 40 million for? Is it you paying the 40 million for if you're being real, it's for appearances. It's for appearances. It's a PR stunt. And if Gail Benson is listening to this, and I probably know that at some point she'll probably will listen to it, you gonna let Mickey Loomis spend $40 million of your money just for a PR stunt? That's what you're doing? That's how you
Only to most likely move on the next year. It's like
Gail, send me 20 and send Ryan 20.
please
I guarantee we can do more good for the Saints
trust me,
PR than that shit right there.
please.
Dante said Cousins had them in the playoff race and they ready to move on, but we hanging on Derek Carr for what this nigga's preaching right now.
And look, say what you want about like I can't stand the Falcons, and I still think like the process that they did was like crazy. But at the end of the day, Michael Penix looking good, man. Like he looking good. He's showing promise. They probably won't make the playoffs, and it's like this season still wasn't a waste for them. Like if you're a Falcons fan, yeah, the season wouldn't go great, but it wasn't a waste because now we got something to look forward to. We
Hold
got a
on,
quarterback of the future, maybe. What's
hold
up?
on. Turbo Duran. It's funny how you guys blaming the quarterback. How about you talk about the defense and Mr. Kubiak's playbook in the offense? You guys are lame. Oh, this must be your first time listening
Have
to
you
our
ever
podcast.
have you ever tapped into the trust me, it ain't just the quarterback. Like Clint Kubiak, the defense, DA, Mickey Loomis, all of them gonna get it. Like what are you talking about, bro?
Everybody can get that fucking smoke on this podcast, nigga. Don't come in here talking about get this nigga out of here. Get this
Is
nigga
this
out of here.
Darren Carr? Is this Darren Carr? Is this one of the Carr people? Like, come on now, stop it.
Get him out. Get him out.
Get him out, Mark.
Um, this nigga probably a Bucks fan, and Wayne said, "Nigga, we rooting for y'all on Sunday, bro. Go Bucks!
Go Bucks! Like, what
Fire the cannons! Run us our pick."
sweet number 10.
Here's one of the biggest stories. One of the biggest stories for the game on Sunday, and I put this. But said Turbo came in here like he said something. Nigga thought he ate.
Loud and wrong.
I mean, loud and wrong is the president of the United. Is going to be the president of the United
Yeah.
States next month.
Uh,
And am I right or wrong, or is this motherfucker getting inaugurated on MLK Day? Is that right?
really?
I have to check. Um, there's a lot of teams that have 4 wins on Sunday, on Sunday, who are playing teams who are playoff teams who like their seed is finalized, everything's figured out, and they're resting a lot of starters, and they're resting. Dante said that is correct. Yes. Ugh. Good God, bro. Good God. Not
Mark,
like
Mark,
this.
Mark, Mark looking down is like,
Not like this. Resting a lot of starters, resting a lot of starting quarterbacks. The Saints, I was talking to a friend about this. In theory, and we know not every team's going to help the Saints out like this, but if the Saints were to lose to the Bucs on Sunday, which is obviously probably going to happen because they're trying to fight and get a playoff spot and win the NFC South. If the Saints were to lose to the Bucs on Sunday, the Saints could get up to like the 5th or 4th overall pick in the draft. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but it is potentially likely that they could move up to 8, 7.
I've been watching this team long enough to know not one team is going to help us.
No,
Period. It never happens. We
we
never get help.
we not. There's not 2 teams that's gonna get wins, or with teams that are resting starters, bro. We're not moving to at least 8. It's not gonna happen.
Not going to happen, bro. Take that number 10 overall pick and enjoy it. Enjoy that thing. I would be shocked. Shocked. You hear me? If we got any help whatsoever. I didn't sit and watch this team needing like one team to just win a game just so we could get like the number 2 seed or something like
No, but this is this
just
is
just,
this is,
no,
this is
just the
different
draft
though.
position. I know it's a little
It's different
no.
though.
We don't get no help, bro. No help. Of all the years the Saints to be finally just ass and like just hit bottom, we 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 will have won 5 games this season. They're gonna be picking 10. Like every
Tony
year before, picking
Tony
fifth or sixth.
Tony brought up a good point. He said, or we'll get literally all the help and then not hold up our end of the bargain.
Exactly.
When it be some shit like if every team like one
Like say the Saints come out playing for the terrorist attack. They come out fighting and maybe
bruh, Spence go out there and drop 5 or 6 touchdowns, bruh.
just go out throw 4 touchdowns.
Not like this, Spence. Not like this, Spence.
Whoa. Relax, kid. I would love to see it though. I
I
would love
would
to
too,
see it.
bro. I would too, bro. I couldn't even hate on it. I would hate on it a little bit, but not too much. Anything? It'd be interesting to see what happens with Olave in this game. That'll be interesting to me.
Yeah, he's full. He's full
He was full
practice.
last. He was full last week. It would just be nice to see Rattler with MVS with Olave. The graphic came out. I forgot who posted it, but like he's like Rattler was like second in quarterbacks with like drop percentage. And
Yeah,
it's like like no shit.
drop catchable balls. Yeah, just again
Drop.
anybody who's watched that's like it's unbelievable. Like it's just like damn. Like y'all really not catching these balls. Like he got at least 300 yards just sitting there on the field, bro. 300 yards, just touchdowns, everything, just sitting there.
Just sitting there. Um, what do you want to like? I don't know. Like, what are you watching for in this game? Like, I feel like this should be a game. Can we get some Christian Ford Christian Ford? Can we see some?
But he hurt. I didn't. No. Christian Ford. Is that the
Yeah.
linebacker?
No,
Yeah.
no. Jalen Ford is hurt. Sorry,
Yeah,
Christian
yeah, yeah.
Boyd. My bad.
Christian Boy. Yeah. Get a little boy. Ooh, boy, it's man. There's not a lot of just not a lot of hope for this team. Like, man, maybe we could just not much. I mean, again, like, look, go back and watch that first half against the Raiders. Spencer Rattler looked good, man. Like he did some real nice things. Really, just want to see more of that, man. Like, put together some nice quarters, some nice throws. Maybe guys that catch the ball actually, prevent mistakes. Just go into the season, the off season on a positive note. Even if you don't get the win, just a positive note. Like man, he looked good and confident going into the off season. He's talked about every interview I've seen. He's talked about how he can't wait to get to the off season. Already has a checklist of things he wants to work on, just personally as a quarterback, footwork, accuracy, understanding defenses and stuff like that. So I'm really want him to just go into the off season positive. That way, whatever coach we hire, maybe he could be in the cards at least competing for that starting job come next year. You know what I'm saying? At least to be in that conversation where the next coach could come in, put the tape on, and be like going through it, like, man, look, this dude making some good throws here and there. Look at this third down. Look at this third down run. I could work with something here. Like, I want the next coach to be able to look at that. Hopefully a good coach with a clear mind can look at that and make a decision. Not saying he's going to be, should be a penciled in starter or nothing like that because I think you just can't say that right now. But I think he's shown at least where it should be a conversation. Like once we start tallying up quarterbacks on the roster, quarterbacks in free agency, quarterbacks that's on trade blocks, quarterbacks that's coming out in the draft, and you tally them all up and you just start stacking them to see how you gonna build. How you gonna build this team going forward.
Absolutely. Uh, Wayne said MVS got a bonus clause if he scores. Um,
That check, boy.
uh, Tony said got to treat it like a preseason game and just evaluate players individually. Absolutely.
That's it.
Xavier said will Foskey make an appearance on defense?
Huh?
No. N- no. Um,
Oh, bro, like it's time to move on from Falsky, bro. Like if he can't get on the field at this point in the season, it's just. I mean, do you just chalk that up as just a bad pick? Like just, you goofed.
nigga,
Move on.
I was calling it like the last
Or,
preseason game of like
or, or does like the Zach Bond situation give you pause? Where it's like, is it a
at
coaching
least
thing?
we saw some things with Zach
I
Bond.
know. Like at least we
Like
got that Ravens preseason
yeah,
game or something. Like
or even like in the season last season before Zach Bond left the Saints in his last
sure
year,
did.
like he made a great pass rush against Panay Sewell, and then he gave the Jordan shrug, like
Lord Trump. We ain't even get that from Foskey yet. We ain't got nothing
nothing, bro.
from Foskey. Nothing. I can't find you a highlight, bro. I can't even find it.
Have you seen him? Tell me, have you seen him? Like I can't find this nigga, bro. Just look for the cleanest nigga on the team with the jersey, and you will find Isaiah Foskett, bro. That's how
I
you find
can't.
him.
I can't even find a special team highlight. Like, damn, he got down there, made that tackle.
Mark with this great stat, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and wrap up. He said Derek Carr's record as a starter so far for the Saints is 14-13.
It's a winning quarterback, man. What you talking about?
14 and
Boy,
13, bro.
boy, winning, man. It's a winner. I need winners.
Xavier said not even a highlight from training camp.
Nothing, bro. They got that one blurb when he was beating up on Trevor Penning, I think. One of the things. Remember, we was like, oh, whoa. But we wasn't even looking at it like Foskey good. We was like, damn, Penning really bad. Huh? We got to get Trevor out of here. Man, letting Foskey dunk on him, bro.
Oh man. Dante said gonna win to be picking 15th. I'd fall out.
Crying, bro.
Um, let's take a break. We'll be back after this and come back and wrap up.
Got the new ad.
Yep.
Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are cold? Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sport opinions into real money. Wide receiver hurt? Every dog deserves a second chance. And with Underdog Rescue, you can get your money back and receive a promo if any early injury causes your entry to lose.
I love Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up and deposit now using promo code Block Party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Download the app today and use the code Block Party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Again, download the app today and use the code Block Party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Will Derek Carr throw for over 75 yards, higher or lower? You decide using Underdog Fantasy.
Download the app today and use code Block Party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's code Block Party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Higher or lower, you make the call on Underdog. Must be 18 years or older, 19 or older in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783 or text Next Step to 53342. In New York, call 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
We're back. Didn't even wipe myself. Meant to do that in the break. Didn't even do that. 29 concurrent viewers right now. Uh, there was a point I wanted to make. Completely forgot what it was.
Go.
Gone, bro. Gone. Yeah, gone. Anything? I'm trying to think. Anything? Eddie the Don. Any chance we sign T Higgins? Absolutely not.
Ooh, he was so good that game. Oh my goodness. Him and Joe Burrow, man.
Listen, I was a little wrong in my assessment of that draft class because I said T Higgins was the best wide receiver of that draft class, and obviously I was wrong because that was Justin Jefferson. But he was such an easy evaluation, and I don't know why people overthought T Higgins. I don't know why. Like he was just
Overthought, bro.
so easy, so easy. Um, Dante
Is,
said, "Can
is
Jacobs
your
please go
your
ahead?"
screen is frozen for me? Is it frozen for anybody else?
Well, they're behind. Is it still frozen?
For you, in my viewpoint, I don't know if it's for the people that's watching live. I don't know.
Seems like it's playing on YouTube pretty good.
Okay, well, don't worry about it.
Lost my train of thought.
T. Higgins, Joe Burrow.
Joe
What's
Burrow.
crazy? You know what's so crazy though? This how the NFL is. I was thinking about this earlier. It's like Joe Burrow is playing the best football he's ever played
Mm-hmm.
and struggling to make. He's playing better than he was when they made the Super Bowl a few years ago. It just goes to show like it's just so hard
Hard, bruh.
to make it,
Hard.
bro. Like everything has to match up at the right time. You got to be playing. Your quarterback got to be playing well. Your defense got to show up. Your coaching, the team, everything got to come together at the right time, which makes teams like the Chiefs just piss you off, bro. Because it's like their offensive basically struggled most of the year and won 15 games, like 15 wins. Like it ain't nothing, bro. It's just
Won two championships back to back. Got the number one overall seed. Might three-peat, which would
my
be the
three
first.
P.
I mean, it helps having one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, but it's crazy. Louisiana girl says, just a question: isn't it Dennis Allen who decided not to play Bond and Caden Ellis, and if was he, I I can't decipher completely what you meant, but yes, Dennis Allen for sure did not want to play Caden Ellis. Ryan Nielsen really wanted to play Caden Ellis and thought that Caden Ellis had a lot of potential. Dennis Allen like really didn't want to play him at all. Finally, there was a lot of linebacker injuries that forced Caden Ellis to get on the field. And I mean, we saw what happened when Caden Ellis got on the field. Like it was to the point where it was like who do you like? We thought that Caden Ellis would leave because they had Pete Warner and he was a free agent and we felt like that they weren't going to be able to afford him. But just going back to that season, like there were some pass rushes that Caden Ellis had where like his dip was insane on some
It was
pass rushes. Bro.
nice, bro.
It was like nasty. And you fast forward 2 seasons later, Caden Ellis has remained a good player and has ascended a little bit, and Pete Warner's has just regressed and regressed. And I want to say it was maybe TJ in our Zoom that pretty much said like Pete Warner is like basically like the white or like this version like this generation's like Saints Curtis
Curtis
Lofton.
Lofton.
And I was like, God damn, like that's such an accurate description of Pete Warner.
Curtis Lofton.
Ooh, that's a name I've not heard in.
Hey man, back then we was happy for Curtis Lofton.
It was, bro. I mean, when they signed him, I was like, oh yeah.
I'm like, all right, Curtis Lofton, man.
I'll ask you this one question as we wrap up. What's like one thing besides firing Mickey Loomis? And maybe who knows, bro? Maybe the game's on Sunday. We're gonna have that last Zoom together. Going to the Senior Bowl this month at the end of January. We get to talk to prospects. Hopefully, we get to talk to Mickey, nigga. Hopefully, we'll see. Or Jeff Ireland, whoever. But what's one thing that the team could do this offseason besides firing Mickey? And who knows? We might get that. Saints has relieved Mickey Loomis of his GM duties on Monday. Notification might be sprinting, nigga, to do this emergency pod sprint. But what's one thing besides that this team could do this offseason that would genuinely put a smile on your face? Genuinely.
It's a good question. I think if it comes out that maybe somebody else is involved in the coaching search. Just I don't even care who it is. It could be Jeff Ireland, it could be Ziegler, it could be Gail. Gail could be somebody else is involved in the coaching search. We'll see if Mickey Loomis gets let go or not. But regardless if he's let go or not, I just want somebody else driving that coaching search. Like I don't want it to just be him. We talked about this on the Discord a lot. It's like the same guy who was almost protesting the firing of DA, the one who picked DA, the one who put him in place, the one who fought not to have him fired, the one who once he was fired basically said this guy did not deserve to be fired.
Through a tantrum, bro.
Through a tantrum. This is the guy that's going to pick the next head coach?
How?
Seriously? How? Like how? Like how when you didn't even see the issue with the last head coach. How are you going to rectify that? Because you're supposed to bring in a better prospect, right? Like a better head coach.
How you gonna make a better prospect when really the guy who had the job in the first place deserved to be fired? I would think.
Explain that to me.
This is shit. We get this nigga in the Senior Bowl. We go,
bro. Loomis gonna have that press about 5 a.m. at the hotel lobby.
It's okay.
We gonna find her. We gonna
bet.
That thing okay. Hoodie on like with my coffee.
Dante, get the camera rolling, nigga. Get the camera rolling, nigga. But like it just in to your point, right? To your Dante said that this nigga gonna be dollars. Listen, to what's crazy, what Dante said that he's gonna be dollars. Remember when we was at the Senior Bowl, 2022? Um, we did our Senior Bowl things. As soon as I'm driving back, I'm driving from Mobile. I'm driving to New Orleans to catch my flight back. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a Mickey Loomis pressure just happens, bro. Like it was a little too coincident. The coincidence was a little too on the nose for me, bro. I was like, oh, what, what today? But here's the thing that just doesn't make sense to me. I have been told if Mickey is still left in charge, if Mickey is left to his own devices, that he has every intention of bringing Derek Carr back next season. So like, and I'm not breaking any news or whatever when I'm saying this. So how can you have a head coaching search, a actual transparent head coaching search, and expect to have people come in and straddle them with a quarterback who's a 34-year-old 12-year NFL vet who's been hurt and whose contract is an albatross. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. You gonna have Aaron Glenn, you're gonna have Joe Brady, potentially Mike Vrabel, whoever else the hell you're gonna have in as head coaching candidates. You're gonna bring them in and you're gonna realistically tell them if they say, yo, Mickey, you funny as hell, bro. You this Derek Carr thing. You all right. No, for real, what's the plan of quarterback? And Mickey gonna look at them and with stone face and be like, no, for real, we move forward Derek Carr's quarterback. And they gonna look at him and be like, oh, nigga, you for real? Oh,
just take my name out this. Take my name out this box. That's just bad business. He should have. His only thought should be whoever's coming in is what do you want to do?
What's your vision? What's your vision?
What is your plan for this? What is it?
It shouldn't be the ideas that I think. It shouldn't be that I want to bring Derek Carr back because there's no head coach in place. So what I think really shouldn't be priority right now because I don't have a head coach because I'm not a football guy, right?
Nope.
Just saying. I'm just saying. So your number one thing would be someone else being involved with the head coaching search, and I think mine would align with that. I just don't know how you can just have a head coaching search when you're already saddling head coaching candidates with a quarterback who they may not want. That makes no sense to me, Ryan. That's a big reason why Sean Payton didn't end up in Arizona. He told Michael Bigwell, he was like, I want to know that if I want to trade Kyler Murray, I want to be able to have the flexibility to trade Kyler Murray if he's not my guy. And Michael Bidwell just didn't want to go that far.
Right, I understood it. Signed him and all that. Yeah.
I understood it now. Looking back at Kyler Murray's season this year, I kind of understood where Sean's coming from. Because every time I watch Kyler, I'm like, you see it, but then there's games where you're like, man, I want more.
So frustrating.
More. He's such a inconsistent, frustrating player to watch. And if I feel that as a fan, and we know Sean Payton is
we know Sean.
Know Sean Payton. You know that one season with Kyler Murray, this man would have been shipping that nigga. This little nigga.
Plug his ass out of there. That is not a Sean Payton quarterback.
It's not, bro. It's not. It just makes no sense to me. I just not that he would. And we wrapping up. Not that he would. But imagine the Saints were able to get an interview with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson came to Airline, bro. Imagine that.
Imagine that shit.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine that news broke. Imagine that news broke. In an 8-hour interview, 12-hour interview, something comes out that a sticking point of the interview why he potentially did not become the Saints head coach was that Mickey Loomis, like, couldn't you see it,
Um,
bro?
we
Could you
pulling
see it?
up. We pulling up on airline, bro. We pulling up on airline deep, jumping, jumping Mickey out there. Are you kidding me? Are you out your damn mind? They can't be that stupid though. They can't be that stupid. They can't be that stupid. Maybe Mickey is, but
That's what I'm saying.
we know that they tried to get Michael Penix in the draft. So we
And I
know that there are people in the building that know.
and I have a little more information on that because I was watching that game, Sunday night football game. That was I know you fell asleep, but man, it was
Out.
just good. It was good watching that game, bro. Watching Jane Daniels and Penix struggled struggled at the beginning, but then towards the end, like when the lights came on and they need the Falcons. And I'm not. I know I'm a Saints fan, but like I love Penix as a prospect, and when the lights came on and they needed to drive, bruh, man, that final drive, he was just out there throwing ropes, bruh, just throwing ropes. And I just was just like, man, what did they offer? I just was just so curious of like what the Saints offered to move up. And I reached out to my friend and tried to get like some information and was told that not exactly, but potentially that the offer was I forgot where the Saints were picking in the draft last year, but it was it would have been obviously where they were picking a day two pick this draft, and so I would guess be like a round two pick for this draft in 2025 and a player. Did not get the player, but there's not a lot of players on the team that have trade value. So the only player that would
Yeah.
make sense to me would have probably been Marshawn.
Yeah.
So I would guess Marshawn around round two pick 2025 and whatever pick that they had to move up for Penix. How high they were trying to go up, that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a sliding doors moment, right? But
Mm-hmm.
just it, there's so many people in the building that wants to move on from Carr and wants to move on from this continuity thing. 14, thank you, Dante. Wants to move on from the continuity thing that, like you said, Mickey might not be that dumb. But if you had like Ben Johnson, like really like in airline, he in the suite, he like damn, like 18, got an arm. I can maybe see. Like this is all hypothetical. I don't want people saying, oh, SBP's out here saying that Ben Johnson wants to go to the Saints because of Spencer Rapp. You know how people do, right? But hypothetically, like I can maybe make something work. And then you got Mickey over there saying like, yeah, but we really like Derek Carr, right? Like he's our guy. Who? Him? Him? Bro, like I think Jeff Ireland and Dave Ziegler might jump him before we got there, bro. Like we don't need
Smack the shit out of his ass.
get that big elbow, nigga. Get your ass out of here, old ass nigga. Um, it's gonna be a fascinating offseason. It's going to be a
Ooh, fascinating.
fascinating
So
offseason.
fascinating.
We will be
So many
busy.
musical chairs. Got the coaching carousel. You
Monday's
know.
gonna be Monday, Tuesday, like
Oh,
the next week after so the final week of the season is on Sunday. Next week, whoo, Black Monday,
we don't like. Is the Raiders job opening? Is the
Giants job opening.
Giants job opening? Everybody pretty sure the Jaguars job going to be open. It would be a surprise. New England. We've been talking about with Greg Rosenthal. It's like it's kind of just a weird situation because I mean he hadn't, Mayo hasn't really ain't looking like it. But then you know they're kind of similar to the Saints, where it's like the continuity. They don't want to shake it up too much. Blah blah blah. So it's a lot of moving parts that's going to happen in the next couple of days, and those jobs will depend on what we gonna do. Because New England. Will Mike Vrabel want to go there? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jets, they interviewing everybody right now. They interviewing
Huh?
Louis
Must be
Riddick and
nice, huh?
Jim Nagy and probably Rex Ryan might come back. Like, they doing all kind of stuff. Like, yeah, just a joke, but shit, at least they out there trying shit,
Must be nice,
trying.
bro. Must be nice. I'll say I have one, and this is no inside knowledge. I don't know this. This is just It'd be there's always that one job that becomes like a surprise opening, right? It was the Titans last year, right, with Mike Vrabel. I think that was a surprise.
Uh-huh.
In the Seahawks with Pete Carroll, what have you.
Mm-hmm. Retired. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't retire. He got fired, right?
Well, yeah, he got fired. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be kind of crazy if the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel's kind of had a little falling? I could see it too.
I could totally see it. Yeah. Just the way
It
that
would.
owner works. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
could
Mm-hmm.
completely see it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Bring me my black head coach, bro. Bring me my black
You
head
you
coach.
bring McDaniel?
Yeah, I would. I would.
I'll take it, me, bro.
I
Like
would. Like,
to
listen,
me,
bro.
like if you could offer something as a head coach, that's enough for me. Like he brings something to the table. Like we could
Yeah.
argue about is he a really good head coach, but he turned Tua into a highly functional quarterback.
Yes.
That's worth a lot.
Yes.
You know.
A lot, and it's worth a lot. I would easily bring in Mike McDaniel for sure. Now would never mind, we wouldn't anyway. But we will cover it all. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We will have the live stream going. Sorry. We will have the live stream going on Sunday if you are a Patreon, if you are a YouTube member. It's our last SBP live stream, Zoom live stream of the season. So jump in, make sure you're a part of that before the season ends, and then we'll have our recap pod Sunday night, Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, whenever we can get to it, and then we'll see what happens next week. We'll see what happens next week. Any emergency podcasts, we will be sure to put them out. Um, and then, like I said, our off-season schedule changes a little bit. We'll put out one episode per week. I already came up with like a little game plan. If I, kind of what the Saints should be going after, blah blah blah. Kind of rebuilding. I'm right on top of it with free agency.
Oh
We're
yeah.
figuring something out. Ready, bro. Ready. So I think that that's probably our next episode. Maybe like rebuilding, like nothing draft related. Just like just strictly like, and again, we know players are going to get cut. That like I'm just talking about current players that contracts are going to that we know are going to expire, that are going to be free agents, that type of thing. Players that we know that potentially are going to need to be re-signed, that type of thing. That type of like rebuilding thing. So I already went through it last week when you were on Death's Door when in the Zoom. I was working, but sick. But
Sick, bro.
we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back this weekend, and be safe out there. Everything going on. Love your loved ones. Enjoy every single moment, and loving your people. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.